What's going on, everybody? It's the One Shot Killers podcast. I am your host, a hardcore icon, Brent Scott Noon, with your co-host, the King of Bong Style, Jojo Valvano. Sir, how you doing?
I'm doing great, good brother. How you doing?
Doing pretty good, pretty good. Just kind of laughing at myself because, y'all were just here a minute ago. I had to reboot us. But, however, I'm very, very excited talk about Raw. But before I get into Raw, I just want to say thank you, a very big appreciation to all of you. We just hit 601 subscribers on YouTube, and I am very, very grateful and very thankful. You guys keep killing it. It seems like every month, or every other week, we're talking about this much, this much. It's just constantly growing. And I am thankful to each and every one of you. January the 10th, we had just hit about 500, if not maybe a little sooner. And in 1 month's time, you have got us up another 100, and I am just so thankful to each and every one of you. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you.
Honestly, man, I'm just beyond shocked. Like, this soon we got this many, and I'm still like, damn, like, I didn't know we were that damn good.
And bro, I humble myself. I don't see myself honestly as that great. I just see myself as passionate. I see you as passionate. Never stop trying. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep growing. You know what I mean? And that's what I think people love is I can see a lot of passionate people in this these comments. I see a lot of passionate people on the internet talking about pro wrestling, sports entertainment, whichever side of it you're on. You're passionate, and real recognizes real. I've always believed that, and this is absolutely no different. And I would say if that's anything anyone could ever say about us, we are real about this, we are passionate about this, and we love this.
And like you said, man, like, I'm grateful for this. This just, to me, it's so surprising still. I didn't think my ideas were that great.
And brother, they are. I told you for years, man, before the podcast was even on Spotify, some of the shit you come up with is so fucking good. I would hire you to book a wrestling show. Tony Khan, Vince McMahon, Triple H, Stephanie, while she was there, should hire you to be a booker because your knowledge, your love, and your insight for pro wrestling is one of the best I've ever seen. You are one of the, if not the most passionate person I've ever seen when it comes to professional wrestling. And no one can say they love this more than you. And that is one thing that I've always respected about you. And honestly, for the world to get to see it is so amazing.
I appreciate that, man. You're a really good wrestling fan as well. Your ideas are awesome as well, man. I remember one of them you said it was the Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley, which at first I wasn't a big fan about that, but honestly, it does make sense.
And, it was just one of those things to where I was like, okay, I believe that was Ripley's first Mania, right?
Yeah.
It had no people. She ends up losing the NXT title in a warehouse. If there is ever somebody I would want retribution, or better yet, to cast Judgment Day upon, it would be the person who put me in my weakest moment, and it would be Charlotte Flair. And so for that story just made sense to me, but Rhea has to go over.
Yes, 100%.
And now I told you as well, when we're looking at tonight, God damn it, I need water. When we're looking at tonight's Raw, and we're watching Bianca kind of look at Asuka, and she's kind of, looking back at her in that championship. Hey,
it has to be Asuka, man. She has the new gimmick. Like, it works for me. Like, she in a way, she could have won the Women's Rumble, but I know Ripley was 100% needing that win. So I think Asuka winning this chamber and taking down Belair at WrestleMania would be great.
Oh, absolutely, good brother. And was wondering about 2008. My bad, Sid. I had forgotten to change the title Sometimes that happens. I kind of forget. There's an upper corner you got to press on, and you don't just got to change it for YouTube. You got to change it for YouTube and Twitter. But we just created a Twitch page today, the One Shot Killers on Twitch. And I think just because, there's a lot, me and JoJo have talked about this personally behind the scenes, that there's more I want to do. I would say outside of pro wrestling. Pro wrestling will never go away from this channel. This will always be my number one love on this channel. This will always be JoJo's number one love on this channel. But however, you've seen it with movies. You've seen us talk about TV shows, music, video games, so much more that we love and that makes us us. And I think if there's something that I'm going to try to do, Twitch is a great streaming platform, mostly for video games. We had done video game episodes on this channel early on, but they didn't really pick up too well. I think what I'd like to do personally, with the WWE 2K23 game coming out, the AEW Fight Forever game coming out, I would like to do a Twitch channel for that, do Twitch streams about the games when they come out. Because, like I said, there's so much more to us that I want to be able to give you. Because I want you to see us for us and whatever that is. Like, a lot of people, they come on here or on the internet and they put on a face, kind of like a mask. Never a mask. And that's why, I think we're at 600 in the spot that we are right now, is because you've seen that. You've seen there never needed to be a mask. We love what we do. We love what we talk about, and we love who we talk to. And so to just, go more in depth, and you get to see more about us and stuff that we can't always cover on every podcast because there's only so much time in a day, you know what I mean? So when it comes to, all right, JoJo's a huge Supernatural fan. We both love Family Guy, South Park, but sometimes we both believe that with the way our mouths run and also how YouTube works, us talking about Family Guy and South Park may not be a good idea for YouTube. However, Twitch is a different ball game. So, there's things on there I'd like to do. We also want to start doing watch-alongs. So instead of just reviewing the show like we're doing tonight, Elimination Chamber will be our first ever watch-along. And I'm very, very excited for that.
And you're going to get the realest me you've ever seen, man. Just wait. You haven't seen me watching the show. You've seen me talking about the show. Just wait until you see me watch it live.
Oh, man. You know what I'm really excited for? Sammy versus Roman, your genuine reaction.
I'm going to be with that Montreal crowd booing the hell out of Roman, bro.
Oh, absolutely, brother. And hey, brothers, what's going on, Jordan?
What's up, Jordan?
Let's see. Raw is good tonight. I love all the matches. Angelo Dawkins versus Damian Priest, and I love the beginning of Raw. Edge entrance, though. And I will give this. The first hour of Monday Night Raw was good. The second hour of Monday Night Raw was ass. And the third hour of Monday Night Raw was mid.
Yeah, honestly, we'll talk about the whole show, but I'm going to talk about the best parts that I think about this whole show.
All right.
Edge and Beth Phoenix starting off with the Judgment Day was awesome. Loved that.
Facts.
Cody and Paul Heyman segment, holy shit. They had me going, bro. Paul basically saying, he told Cody basically that Roman was the Dusty's the true, what was it? Fuck, I don't want to come on here and botch it.
Oh, that Roman was the son that Dusty wished he had.
Yeah, and that really got me. And that crowd, can we talk about how this crowd was dead silent half the night?
Oh, bro, this crowd. All right.
Orlando, what are you doing?
They're sitting on their lazy asses. Elias versus let's see, Elias versus Tez. No reaction. The girls match. I don't know if it was a fatal 4-way or a tag. It had Piper Niven, Carmella,
Fatal 4-way.
Candice LeRae. Oh, okay, fatal 4-way. Mia Yim. Crowd dead silent.
Brock and Bobby, dead silent. I didn't care for that segment, to be honest, so I don't blame Orlando.
You know how Japan gives small claps but then we're quiet? That's kind of that promo was. Like, it got a few cheers, and then it was quiet, a few cheers, and then it's quiet.
Yeah, but before we get into that, we're going to start off the first segment, but you want to start off the only way we know how?
Oh, hell yeah!
Smoke it up, brother.
What? All right, here we go, bro. Are you ready? Okay, I'm going to give you a minute to get that torched up. I'm going to go through a few comments. Promo I met. And I loved Montez Ford versus Elias. See, I enjoyed the match. The crowd just was so quiet. It honestly hurt the match.
It took me out of it.
And that's how I feel. I love Dexter destroying Corbin. The funniest part about that was JBL leaving Corbin.
Thank God.
And I love Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar in the same ring. Brock Lesnar gives the fans what they want, 2 F5s. So Brock Lesnar's promo skills, we all know, are absolute ass. I think that's fair. But, man, this was, I don't know, brother. This was just something I just couldn't get behind.
You ready, good brother?
Oh, hell yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And
3,
2, 1, burn.
Damn, I missed the back of this piece. Oh.
It's all right, bro. You can go for it again.
But honestly, man, Edge and Beth Phoenix, their promo was awesome.
Oh, absolutely, bro. That shit was fucking awesome. And I cannot wait for Finn and Mommy to go up against Beth Phoenix and Edge, bro. That's going to kick ass.
Let's go, Mommy.
Let's go, Mommy.
Mommy.
Did you see how fucking when fucking Dom is getting the glam slam, you hear him go, Mommy, help me!
I loved it, bro. Dom is so
I thought
gold.
he was a G. He served hard time.
Dom is gold, bro. I'm loving this heel. I don't know what it is, but he's really good as a heel.
He reminds me. All right, I don't want to say this and come off the wrong way, but I gotta say it. He reminds me of a 2001 Eddie Guerrero. How he would hide behind China, and then when he would get beat up, he would call for her, you know, and then when she would beat him up, he'd be scared of her, but then fucking, he would try to give her roses and shit, and she was his mamacita. Like, that, honestly, I gotta admit, I'm starting to recognize the genius behind Dominic Mysterio.
And see, my thing is, like, I don't want to compare him to Eddie, because Eddie's his own.
His own what? Joe's all frozen. What?
Guy, and like, but it's like, I see.
Oh, you were frozen for a second, good brother.
My bad. Freaking Wi-Fi's effing up.
Oh, you're all good, brother. It happens to the best of us.
But yeah, Dom freaking reminding me of Eddie looking like that with the look and everything. Like, wild.
Oh, absolutely. And that, and let's see, that Paul Heyman and Cody Rhodes was so deep of a promo.
Yes, it was.
Oh, like, bro, we got it. Oh my God, man, I could get into this all day long, but I want to start the show and then work my way because sometimes we get into one part and don't go back. So, but I will admit, I'm excited.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
All right. So I will go back to comments because I think there's a little bit ahead. Whoops. All right. I love Montez Ford versus. Oh, bro, look at that. Ooh, look at that. Now that's some good shit, pal.
I just got a delivery at my door.
Hey.
And I never smoked this
FedEx.
But man, getting into that Cody promo, bro, like, holy shit.
Like, bro, honestly, man, I can't lie. That was one of the most fucking heart touching. Like, bro, he had Paul Heyman almost in tears.
He
On
had
the
me in
verge of tears,
tears.
bro.
A 25-year-old man saying it. I was in tears when Paul Heyman was saying about Cody's dad and everything, bro. It had me.
And it's crazy. This is not work that Cody was saying. They were poor. In 99, 2000, all of Dusty's money from wrestling had washed up. And they were poor, man. And there were times they went without electricity. And, I don't know about you, but I know what it's like to go without electricity.
I
I
do
know
too.
what it's like to scrape up change. And when you're hearing this and the man's talking like his daddy did about hard times, baby, like you already know this is about to be great. And then Paul Heyman trying not to cry while talking about it, and he's acknowledging Dusty Rhodes and the legends that Dusty Rhodes had helped make. Like your Becky's, your Seth's, your Bayley's, and of course the son that Dusty always wished he had, the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns.
Bro, he even said Cody was his favorite son.
I mean, I'm not like, bro, like, it's just like, in a way, I'd say Cody had, I think there's a little truth there. And that's only because, there were times where Dustin and Dusty would stop talking for a while because they would be going through their own issues. But I think Cody, he only seen more as a child, whereas Dustin, he's seen as a man. And that's not to say that he loved Dustin any less. But, sometimes you recognize these things,
Yeah. I'm trying to think, though. What was the first match? Because I just had, like, a brain fart in my head.
Fuck. What was the next thing? I think.
It had to be... It was a men match. I know it was a man's match. I just don't know what match.
I know it was Ford versus Elias. Was it Dexter and Corbin?
Yeah, I think it was Dexter and Corbin.
All right, Dexter Loomis beat Corbin's ass, bro.
And then JBL's like, you ain't working with me no more.
And he talked about how he tried to bring a nobody into a somebody, calling Corbin a nobody. I thought that shit was funny.
Thank you, JBL.
Thank you, JBL. But that still means Justin Bieber lover. I love the way Seth Rollins curb stomped Austin Theory. Seth Rollins did Austin Theory dirty with that curb stomp.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal.
And you know what, though? He showed who is the greatest, bro. Who is the workhorse of WWE? Who puts on the best matches in the company?
Yeah. There was another good match I enjoyed. It was Shelton Benjamin and Cedric versus Shush. Before we talked about that, did you notice that Hurt Business were backstage before this segment?
Oh, absolutely, bro. And I fucking love that. Like, and honestly, bro, I think they're bringing back the Hurt Business.
I can't wait, man. I think it's going to happen at Elimination Chamber.
And I love the wrestling show, the wrestlers showing love to the fans. Great show tonight. And I love the Hurt Business beat Chad Gable and Otis.
I still love my Chad Gable and Otis.
Thank you. You know you were excited to see the Hurt Business, brother.
I am. But can I be honest, though? When Chelsea Green was wrestling, I thought Nia Jax was about to come out.
Oh, Jesus H. Christopher Christ, bro. What are you thinking?
I didn't want to think this, but I thought it in my head. I'm like, Nia Jax, because she has a surprise, because they basically said she's facing someone. They didn't tell us who, but when I heard Asuka's music, I was like, oh, thank Lord.
Now, bro, because I'm going to be honest as honest can be. I don't want to see the Battle Cow on Monday Night Raw. All right. I wish she never returned. All right. I think that was the biggest waste of the number 30 spot you could have done. Now, Joe, just imagine how you would have reacted if Nia Jax had won the Royal Rumble and you see Vince back there. Yeah, now that's good shit, damn it. Yeah.
I would have been pissed.
Would have been pissed off, pal. Oh, yeah, I'll give you something to get pissed off about. Just wait until we get to Montreal, damn it.
Did you see Candice LeRae when Dexter came up with that picture? It was a picture of Nikki in the background, and then you could actually see Nikki in the background.
Yeah, and fucking, I gotta give Dexter this. Bro can draw.
Yeah, he can, man. That was actually pretty badass. He can
Like,
wrestle too.
and maybe this is setting up something, right? Maybe this is setting up, I would say, Nikki versus Candice for something.
I would take that because I'm gonna be honest. Carmella going over Candice, I did not like that.
Same, good brother. I thought that was real fucking weak. Like, no disrespect to Carmella.
Love Carmella.
I'm glad she's back, but Candice could have really, really used that W.
Or even freaking Piper
Piper Niven. Now, I'm glad she got her name back, bro, because when Vince McMahon called her Dewdrop,
Yeah.
you know, let's be honest. I make fat jokes, but that's because I'm fat. I can get away with it. All right? Fucking, but, you know, fucking Vince McMahon, he's fat shamed Mickey James. The whole Piggy James thing was because she put on weight and Vince McMahon publicly humiliated her because he thought she was fat. All right? Bray Wyatt calling him a fat fuck every time they would get into arguments backstage.
Yeah, that's effed up, to be honest, man. But like,
so Dewdrop, I always thought was a fat joke in some ways, you know, and like, so for her to get Piper Niven back, I gotta admit I pop for that, but at the same time, I'm not convinced of, okay, how is Piper Niven different from Dewdrop? Why should I pay attention to her now? I need that presentation on screen, you know what I mean?
That's why I would have had her win this, because honestly, she probably needed the win most out of anyone. Candice could face Nikki and be fine. Carmella don't need this. And then Michin, I didn't really care for being in the match.
You know, and that's another disappointment. Michin, Mia Yim had an amazing return. Amazing return when she first came back. And I think I can speak for a lot of talent about this. Amazing return, but no follow through.
No reaction, though. She had no reaction when she came back.
Oh, God. And same with Emma, bro. That was real fucking weak. Because Tenille Down was amazing. And, you know what I mean? And fucking, so to get no reaction like that, I just thought, what the actual fuck?
I really would have had Piper win this Fatal 4-Way.
I agree, brother. And how's everything going with you, bros? And with you both. And congratulations on y'all's channel. Faith on God, that's why you are blessed. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'm gonna give you something, man. I really, you know, because like I said, the reason we got here is because of God. The reason I turned my life around the way I did was because of God. And you know, we were at 580 something this morning. And I was making shorts, and one of them, which you can go watch, is on Philippians 4:13. And actually, if you don't know this verse, but you've seen it on Shawn Michaels' shirt when he comes back, Survivor Series 2002. No, I'm sorry, SummerSlam 2002. My bad. It says Philippians 4:13. And what that verse says is, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, right? And I was just thinking to myself, like, you know, sometimes we need a reminder of strength, that when we feel weak, we are not. You know, God's still with you. He gave you the strength to get through every bad day you've ever had. Like, let me tell you this, bro. If you remember them days where you thought you weren't going to make it, this is it. This is the worst you can take.
Yeah.
You know, for all them bad days, your track record of overcoming them is 100% because you're still here.
True. I agree with that.
You made it through every bad day. And I don't know why I needed that reminder, but I did. So when I heard that video, Philippians 4:13, I can do all things in Christ who strengthens me, I wanted to share that. And then as soon as I post it, I swear on everything I love, as soon as I post it, my nightly prayer pops up, Philippians 4:13.
Wild, man. Sometimes it happens like that, though.
Oh, absolutely, brother. And that's just to show that God is always with you. He may not speak to you like I'm speaking to you verbally, but there are certain ways you can know God's voice. And
before you read this comment, we did miss one match. The first match was Priest that won the match against one of the Street Profits.
That's right. He beat Dawkins.
And I was happy about Priest winning because think about this, bro. Priest versus Bronson Reed in the Elimination Chamber.
Oh my God. That would.
Priest versus, or not AJ, Priest versus Johnny Gargano.
Ooh. Ooh.
Seth Rollins versus Johnny Gargano.
Seth Rollins versus Priest.
Priest versus Austin Theory could be a good match too.
Like, honestly, bro, this was a great call. I would have loved Dawkins in the cage because I think what they're doing is something that WWE's been teasing at for about 2 years now. And that's Tez going on a solo run. And
Possibly a breakup.
What?
Possibly a breakup between them.
Oh, absolutely. And the one thing I've always worried about, you look at Heavy Machinery, Otis Tucker, you look at the Midnight Rockers, Sean and Marty, and then you look at like a couple other tag teams, right? When the team breaks up, one guy is always pretty good off, you know what I mean? But the other guy kind of falls away. I don't want, Angelo Dawkins to fall off, you know what I mean, just because of the split up, because I think they're both really great in the ring.
I agree. Bros, Corbin sucks. He's so boring that he makes Logan Paul great now. That's bad. Logan Paul is great. I'm not going to lie. I just don't want to see him.
Logan Paul is great in the ring. I've acknowledged it on this podcast. Joe just acknowledged it. Logan Paul is really amazing. It's not his in-ring ability that's ever in question. It's who he is as a person. That is two different games. And if anything, when Hangman Page called out CM Punk, he said, it's not what you do. When everybody's looking, the cameras, the lights are on, you got all eyes on you. What you do out there is good and well. But it's who you are backstage in the quiet little moments when you think no one's around and no one's watching. That's what makes you. And if you think about that promo and you think about Logan Paul, right, you separate the art from the artist. Logan Paul's not that good of a person. And so, he can be as talented as he wants in the world, but if you're a bad person, you don't deserve anything. I'm sorry.
I agree 100% with you.
And I love the way Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley at Elimination Chamber, not at WrestleMania 39. I agree. I would rather see it at the Chamber and give that match spot at WrestleMania 39 someone else who deserves it.
Gunther, Brock Lesnar, IC Championship, make it happen. Gunther wins. Walter, whatever his name is. I say Walter still. I'm just so used to it.
But Lesnar retires.
Yes, I'll take that. But
and I'm going to do you one better. Triple H said Hell in a Cell is not going to be a pay-per-view again because he wants you to be able to challenge. All right, hear me out here. Lesnar, Gunther, Intercontinental title, Hell in a Cell match.
Book it, man. But since Jordan mentioned that match, we got to talk about this segment because this was an ass segment.
Oh, bro, this segment was mid.
Like, I'm being real, bro. I was bored by it. Like, it Bobby who? Brock talked so low on this. I was like, dude, I can't even hear you.
If he had just been a little more quiet, he could have been 2009.
He's as quiet as Orlando was tonight. Like, what are you guys doing, man? I love my plays, but, like, I would have been more loud than that. But, again, that segment was mid, so I don't blame them.
Brock Lesnar on promos has always been ass. I think that's fair to say. He's great in the ring, and he can legit beat your ass. But when it comes to talking, Brock Lesnar is not a great talker. There's a reason Paul Heyman has been on his side for so long. And, Joe, that's why I mean Paul Heyman being back with Brock Lesnar is not a bad idea. Because if I ever got to sit through a Brock Lesnar promo like that again, I might just fall asleep.
I think he just needs to retire. Like I said, after Mania 39, just go away. Because it's just, to me, there's nothing left for this guy to do. Like, I don't want to see him feud with anyone else. And this Lashley and Bobby feud, just, it ain't doing it for me, man. They have 1 week now to prepare us for this. And I'm still bored.
True. And, I think with Brock Lesnar, like you said, he's done all there is to do. That he's not going to do anything he hasn't already done. And I think it's great. Honestly, you can say what you want, but Brock Lesnar, this last run around being the cowboy babyface, has gave us a different Brock Lesnar than what we've seen in the course of over 20 years. And you think about this. I really want you to understand and think about this. He doesn't need the WWE. The WWE rather needs him. Brock
Yeah.
Lesnar had made his money before ever returning to the WWE in 2012. He was the UFC heavyweight champion. He was the big box office attraction over there. He was making money that me and you couldn't even begin to think about. He did not need the WWE. But, however, I do believe it may be the smallest part of Brock Lesnar. It could be a fraction of 1%. But that 1% is still in there because, like I said, his money was already made. So for him to come back and be there, what, now we're going on 13 years?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, 2012, 2013, 11 years. He's been back. His first run was only 2 years. And so, to come back and be there for 11 years now and do everything you're doing, especially this babyface run and really breaking the kayfabe of Brock Lesnar that he's a dick that doesn't care about this. You have to see now that he does. Because, like I said, he could retire at any point now and be set for the rest of his life financially. He is doing this simply just to do it.
I agree. I just hope this leads to Bobby beating up Brock, and then Shelton and Cedric helps him. They reunite, beat down Brock, and we get the Hurt Business going into WrestleMania.
Oh, that would be fucking awesome. I would love that. Boom. And Elimination Chamber have great storylines. Woo!
Their show's looking stacked, man.
Oh, I agree, man. Like, it's sad that the Chamber is going to be better than the Rumble, but the Chamber is going to be better than the Rumble.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. Like,
and smoke, 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 smoke,
all right.
smoke. All right, here we go, bro. 3, 2, 1. Brrr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just clouded myself.
And Edge versus Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania 39, no holds barred. Or CM Punk versus Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania 39 if CM Punk joins. Not gonna lie, I would rather take Edge and Bray.
Honestly, I still want Edge and Cena at WrestleMania, man. Imagine that storyline, bro. They had some of the best storylines in 2006, 7, 8, 9, especially 09, when they had, like, Edge and Cena sitting, and Edge is like, I hate you. I despise you, John.
Oh, I remember this one time. It was Edge versus Cena, and I think a last man standing match.
That's the one.
And the Big Show, he choke slams him, and bro, this had to be the craziest choke slam still to this day I've ever seen. He choke slams him through this big ass like light bulb flashlight thing. You see glass and explosions go everywhere.
I thought Cena died.
Same. I thought that shit, bro. I was like 9 years old at the time. I thought that shit had killed him. Like,
how do you fake that? I just don't get it. Like, I don't understand how you go through that, and it's makeup. It's just a make-believe. I don't get that shit. I do not. Some of the stuff they do, man.
It's not all of it's make-believe. I'll give you this. If you think you can, all right, I hate to say it, I'm just going to say it. If you can fake falling off a ladder 20 feet up in the air, or if you can fake diving off a Hell in a Cell about 25 feet up in the air, or going through a flaming table, or fucking, you ever seen them GCW?
Yeah.
Glass gets stuck in them and they got to pull it out.
That's hardcore. That's
Nick
hardcore.
Foley with the tax, bro. You tell me
tax.
how you pretend that.
When I see tax, bro, when I see tax get down, I literally go, EC done. EC done. I love it.
I think there's always been an aspect to wrestling that's real. There are some things I don't give a damn how good you are. You cannot fake.
I agree. But getting back into Monday Night Raw, what'd you think about that Cody and Paul Heyman promo?
Tearjerker. Tearjerker, bro. Fucking the love and admiration from both men towards each other was very, very, very real. And you can see that. And the love that Cody has for Heyman, like I said, helping his dad in such a hard financial setback. Like that meant a lot to him. And he said this before he came to WWE. Go look at his AEW promo interviews inside the Ropes YouTube channel. He talked about how when he left WWE in 2015, a lot of promoters he helped that he worked for, he didn't do it because he was because they were helping him or he was helping them. Like he was paying them back because he talked about being poor and these companies allowing his dad to work because they had such a big, huge love and respect for the American dream that they gave Dusty a place of work, even when maybe his best years were behind him. And he talked about the WWE royalty check that he once got when a Dusty Rhodes DVD had came out in 2005 that had got them out of their financial problems. And you can see the real emotion there. So to bring this on a promo, bro, like I said, if there's some things you can relate to, some things you've gone through, and you hear that and you see the tears and the emotion from both men, you were watching something special. That's how wrestling makes you feel. That's how it grabs you, bro.
And that's what some people don't get. Like, I want my wrestling to make me feel. I want it to, like, because it's just like real life, man. Like, I feel what some of these wrestlers say and talk and what they do. Like, we feel as fans.
Oh, absolutely.
I want to be invested. I want you to make me cry sometimes. I want you to make me laugh, pissed, not too pissed, but like I just want to feel.
And that's why you can name me any WrestleMania you want. To me, if not the greatest, one of the greatest WrestleManias of all time is WrestleMania 30. Because you can watch that show and you can be pissed off at the John Cena and Bray Wyatt match. You can be sad when you watch The Undertaker lose the streak. And then you can rejoice when Daniel Bryan wins the title. You get every single emotion in one show. And that's what made that show so brilliant. If for nothing else, you felt something.
And that's what I love, man. I love the feeling. I want to feel. I like the wrestlers that make us feel, like the characters like Bray Wyatt, like MJF, Sasha Banks, people like that.
Yes, sir. And like even Jordan's comments, just making you laugh, making you feel something. That's the greatest thing to me about this. We've done a lot of cool shit on here, and y'all see us growing and growing and growing, but nothing will ever, ever change when it comes to this. The best part of what we do is making you feel, connecting to you, and not just making you feel us, but us feel you and your emotions, your passion for this. Because when I look in a lot of comments, there's a lot of passion for this. And that is something that I've always respected and always loved. And I'm very thankful that even if it's one person, two people in this chat, in this audience, I know it's passionate and I know there's love there.
I agree, man. I love talking to the fans or to our family. Not our. I still call them fans because I'm just so used to saying fans, but they are family.
Oh, absolutely. And Cody isn't as good as Sammy.
Kind of agree in a way, but I still love Cody.
They're both getting great reactions. That's the hard part about this. They're both over. And the best thing you can do in my mind, and no one can convince me otherwise, is not a triple threat. Sammy versus Cody should happen Sammy versus Roman should happen night 1. Night 2 should be Cody versus Roman, and you split the titles.
That's what I would do. I wish they would do it, but it's obviously not going to be like that. But why would Cody mention Sammy in the way? Like, I kind of was like odd why he mentioned him.
because he had to. Because, all right, the Elimination Chamber title match is Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns. Well, that means whoever wins that match is going to face Cody. So Cody has to look at Sami as a potential fight that he may have to endure. And so while he may respect Sami Zayn, when it comes to that title, there is no friends.
I agree.
And, bro, I don't like Logan Paul versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 39. Oh, no, I hate this. I know I'm not a Seth Rollins fan, but he deserves better matches at WrestleMania 39, like Seth Rollins versus Pete Dunne.
I'd take that over Seth Rollins and Logan Paul. Because you want to know why? I got a feeling Logan Paul beats Seth Rollins.
So there's 2 rumored matches for Mr. Paul. All right, and that is Logan Paul versus Cena, and then Logan Paul versus Rollins. The Rollins one comes from eliminating Rollins at the Royal Rumble. The Logan Paul versus Cena match comes from the idea that they're 2 big, and this is true, and it's hard to get away from this, that they're 2 big box office attractions.
Yeah, but honestly, I think Cena's feuding with Austin Theory because he's wearing the Cena wristbands, reminding me of old Cena.
Oh, absolutely, bro. And I cannot wait to see Cody Rhodes versus Matt Riddle at SummerSlam 2023. I believe will go ahead and happen. Well, look, February the 6th, 2023, Jordan has called it SummerSlam 2023, Rhodes Riddle.
I'd take that. That'd be an awesome match.
And God bless you all. Jesus over Satan. Absolutely, bro. Devil can never stand to God. Now, devil's powerful. All right, and I want you to understand that. The devil has power. He has power, but he's not as powerful as God. There's only one man that can claim to be almighty, and no, it's not Bobby Lashley. It is Jesus Christ himself, bro. Give me Lita one last run against Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam 2023 for the WWE SmackDown's Women's Championship.
I'll take that. Rhea wins.
Simple, bro. What's up? And I agree with this. When Lita came out tonight, I popped. Like, brother, like, I really, really popped for this. As soon as you heard that, like, bro, you can't.
That's the first time Orlando got loud.
And and that shows you how. And even when Bayley and Becky came out, like, they had a reaction. It wasn't this kind of reaction, but their match was so great. This main event, bro, was special. And I kind of was worried because if you look, I don't care what anyone wants to pick out. The most advertised thing about Raw 30 was that steel cage match. And it became a 1.5-minute long segment. I was really worried about what was going to happen, especially when the Cody and Paul Heyman segment went a little long. I was really worried. But for them to have 15, 20 minutes and to put on a steel cage match that they did was fucking incredible.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Seriously, man. What a main event to end the show. Probably one of the... I put in Becky, Bayley tonight, top 10 of women's matches I've seen on Raw in the main event.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And did you see Becky get thrown face first into a steel cage? Like head
Bro, thank you, Triple H, for bringing back my favorite cage. Not the freaking red crap. It's the gold. It's my favorite cage from 2002, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, how they changed the cage?
The Hell in a Cell?
No, the steel cage.
What do you mean?
They changed it a while ago. Like, I seen it was a different color. Not the Hell in a Cell.
It wasn't no different color.
Yeah, it was.
The Hell in a Cell was red.
I swear this steel cage was a different color.
Well, in the 80s it was blue. In the 90s it was black. And then somewhere in the 90s to today it's been silver.
And it might be the Hell in a Cell that I'm thinking of.
It is that beautiful red Hell in a Cell, the Hate in a Crate match.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's that. But yeah, this cage, I love this cage, man. They threw each other into that shit, man. I wish there was blood though.
Same, but even the crutch being introduced from Dakota Kai to Bayley was great. And I like that, even though it was only one weapon in the match, really that's all it needed. You know what I mean? Some matches do a little extra sometimes to get big pops or cheap pops. This match, it didn't really need any of that, and it was great. And for a moment, I thought that when Io Sky had knocked down Becky off the top of the cage, I thought she was going to go flying off, like doing a moonsault.
Me
off the
too. I also noticed when not Io, Dakota Kai, when she came out, I thought she was hurt for real, and I was like, no, but she played it off, so thank God on that.
Oh, same, brother. And because I think it was the twist of fate that where she kind of landed on her head a little more.
No, that was Io. Dakota never got hit. She ran away, I think.
Oh yeah, I was talking about Io. It just kind of looked nasty the way that Io had landed on her head.
Yeah, like Lita could have done it a little bit better, but it still was a good move. I enjoyed it.
Oh, absolutely. And you can tell she was nervous. You can see her face. And I believe Montez Ford is going to take over at Elimination Chamber. He can fly high like a bird. Hey, same. Too sweet. But, bro, they've been teasing Tez being a single star for so long. I think that when the time comes for Montez Ford to be on his own, Montez Ford, mark my words, will become a main eventer.
Montez versus Seth Rollins in the Elimination Chamber. Imagine that.
Oh, bro, that would be beautiful. Johnny Gargano versus Montez Ford in the chamber. That's gonna be great.
I can't wait for this chamber. We're gonna be live.
You know, we were talking about the 2008 chamber being one of the best ones. I think, honestly, if this match goes the way I have it in my head, this could be the best, if not one of the best chambers we've ever seen.
I agree, and I hope it is, because you got the talent in there, man. Almost everyone in there is talent. Well, everyone in that match is talented.
Oh, absolutely, brother, absolutely. And Baron Corbin needs that lone wolf gimmick back ASAP. They slapped NXT, and his United States title run was actually not that bad. It wasn't. They just really fucked up his character, Mr. You remember what he did?
Buried his contract, bro. I was so pissed when he freaking in Jinder Mahal of all people.
And you know, man, it's just like, bro, I don't know,
bro.
And Jinder Mahal being the WWE champion, that's just terrible.
Bad booking.
And I don't mind to see Street Profits in the Hurt Business, or I really don't want to see Street Profits to break up. It's too early. I kind of feel like they lost some of their momentum. They could get it tag team, but I just feel like a change in direction may be needed. And you know Logan Paul, ? Judge not lest he be judged. That's true, my brother, and I'm not judging him based off anything. He simply did something live on his channel for everyone to see. And hey, I made a lot of mistakes. You can go back and watch any video I've ever made. I probably said something offensive and probably something that will piss you off at some point. And so I'm not one to judge, but would I ever make fun of somebody for their faith? No. If Joe said today he was atheist, I'm not going to say, oh, you don't believe in Jesus, you're kicked off the podcast. You know what I mean? You know, and for Logan Paul to fire his best friend for believing in Jesus after ridiculing him about Jesus on his podcast, bro, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's messed up.
I'm not judging him because I'm not one to condemn anybody. I messed up in a lot of ways that if you knew the true me, you probably wouldn't be here. But at the same time, there are some things that are not right, and not right is not right. So I'm not judging him. I'm not condemning him. If he were to say, I'm sorry, bro, it would be a clean slate. But for what he did, though, that was really low.
I agree.
And let's see. Logan Paul is talented, just not a fan of him. He was on NXT, would be better. And all right, that's another thing we can talk about. Logan Paul, for only having four matches now, incredible. But at the same time, you have guys like Seth Rollins, Ricochet, AJ Styles, who worked for over 10, 11, 12 years to get a spot in the places they are now. And so it's kind of like, I don't diss Logan Paul for coming the way he came in, because if you can get that crowd to stand up, you're doing your job. And so it's not because of that, but I do agree he could have earned his way just a little more.
I agree.
And WWE are planning on bringing back 2 tag teams in the company. Want to know who they are talking with? I know, bro. I do. Because 2 tag teams, bro. I know one of them was the Authors of Pain. That I know for a fact. But, however, someone, I forget who, man, it came out a few weeks ago. Someone had some dirt on Offers of Pain. And that if they were brought back to the company, some shit would leak out. So I don't know if that hauled them plans or didn't haul them plans, but I know they were one of the teams mentioned.
I would love to see top guys back if they somehow don't stay with AEW.
Oh, that would be awesome if they came back, but I don't know how long their contract is. That's that's one thing about AEW. Ever did MJF? They really don't talk about when contracts expire or don't expire. And Bobby Lashley versus Solo Sikoa at WrestleMania 39 will be good. Or The Rock versus Bobby Lashley, or Bobby Lashley versus Bray Wyatt.
I would take either of those 3, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. And there's quite a bit, so I'm just going to skip a little bit. Please, I apologize. Lashley versus Brock needs that payoff at Mania. Not Chamber, but add a stipulation like a last man standing match. Have Lashley go over and Lesnar goes away. I agree. And I would have Lashley retire Lesnar, and I would make Lashley the new beast in the company, bro.
I can see that.
What do you think? Like, how do you see this going down, and how would you book it if you had to book this last match for Brock Lesnar?
I'm booking him against Lashley at Chamber. He gets beat up by the Hurt Business. They destroy him. And then Hurt Business does their thing. That's the end of the feud with Bobby. And then Brock goes away, comes back like 2 weeks on SmackDown, and Gunther shows up. And they have a stare down. And then Imperium beats Brock down. And then the next week, Gunther's out there freaking, being a heel. And Brock Lesnar shows back up, beats the hell out of the whole freaking group. And we get Gunther versus Brock Lesnar made for WrestleMania. And Gunther beats Brock. And Brock finally goes away.
That would be awesome, bro. I honestly take my money. Like, take my money just to stare down. I like how you said that. They don't have to touch. They just got to look at each other. Sometimes that's more important than talking or even hitting each other. Just that intense stare down between 2 beasts, man. Like, and think about this, right? Because, sometimes water can chop a little hard, hit a little hard, and Brock Lesnar is going to hit hard back. So just imagine that kind of fight, bro.
Oh, I'd be down for that.
And Edge versus John Cena in 2007 was crazy.
I loved that feud, I'm telling you, man.
Oh, bro, that fucking kicked ass. And it's one of the best feuds of all time. Their TLC match is one of my absolute favorites.
For real.
And Big Show is the king of the chokeslam. I remember he chokeslammed Diamond Dallas Page off the entrance stage. Was crazy, so much more.
Damn,
bro. Like, that would be pretty badass.
For real.
Like, shit. And, see. Jordan, my man, just recorded my Lucha Underground revamp pay-per-view Opera Cup. Getting hyped for WWE 2K23. I hope we can have the War Games match and create arenas. Well, I know the War Games match is going to be, and so this is the first time ever in a video game War Games is going to be in it. And War Games is limited to 4 arenas. The NXT War Games, and Survivor Series War Games, a War Games arena they created, and I forget what the other one is. But they're going to have 4 War Games arenas. I don't know if it's going to be in the customization options. However, you're going to be able to play online with War Games. So this is why I hope, Joe, you get the game, because being able to play against you in a War Games match,
Oh, I can't wait.
that would be awesome. And War Games in the Lucha Underground arena would be badass. Oh,
Yes.
bro, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
And see. But wow, that's awesome, bro. Wow, I would love to see your new video. I saw the commercial; looks very epic, and I love YouTube channel of wrestling fans making their own wrestling channels about ideas. Absolutely, and Underground Temple, bro, if you will, shout out your channel, bro, because I want to give that a shout out as well, because this is what I love, right? Like I said, everybody's passion coming through, and there's a huge community of wrestling fans that we've got to meet on social media and on YouTube. And I watch a lot of your videos. And y'all guys are really, really, really amazing. And honestly, I would have to say, like, this has been my favorite part about all of this. Is just seeing the passion, man. And we all share our passion differently. The way me and Joe share our passion may not be the way that Jordan, you share your passion, or Underground Temple, you share your passion, but it is still there.
We all love
Absolutely. And that's why I enjoy watching what y'all do. And see. Yeah, been doing my Lucha Underground revamp since 2011. Done it for 10 plus years. Dedication is key.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely, brother. And this is something that I tell everybody. A dream is just a dream without dedication and consistency. See, you're not always going to be motivated. That's why you didn't hear me use that word. Motivation will come like a vapor, right? When we're smoking, bro, the way the cloud quickly is there, but then it goes away. That's motivation. All right, it will be there and then it will go away. But dedication, consistency, putting in the hours, even when it seems like you're not going to make it, still putting into work to try to make it, that's the important part. That's what makes you successful. So to know that you've been doing this for 10 plus years, brother, and that success is paying off, hey.
That's awesome, man. Keep it up, good brother.
Absolutely, and I respect you. Like, man, absolutely. Dedication is key. Remember that. I don't give a damn what you do, any of you. If you are going to do something, if you're dreaming about it, you have to be dedicated. You have to put in the work. All right. And look, you can be the most faithful person alive because, like I said, I can't make it here without my faith. I'm sorry, I can't. If you know a better way to do it, but I cannot get here without my faith. But however, faith without works is dead. And that's in your Bible. All right. So you got to be willing to put in the work, even when it seems like you're not going to make it.
I agree.
And Cody Rhodes deserves to have 2 belts for his dad. Rest in peace to Dusty Rhodes. Absolutely. You know, one thing he wanted to do while Dusty was still alive is win the world title and share that moment with his dad. Obviously, he didn't get to. But to win the titles and cement his family's legacy as being the first world champion in the Rhodes family since Dusty Rhodes, but to also be the first Rhodes to main event and win WrestleMania, that's important, bro.
I agree. I hope he, in a way, I hope he wins both those titles.
Same, bro. And hope to God WWE 2K23 has intergender matches so I can have Pentagon Jr. versus Chelsea Green, Pentagon Jr. versus Io Sky, and use Taya Valkyrie, Thunder Rosa, Deonna Purrazzo, Candice LeRae, and intergender matches. Man, he's naming classics here. Like,
for real. I wish we gotten that in real life.
Like, bro, Penta El Zero Miedo versus Io Sky or Chelsea Green. I'm sorry, that would be amazing.
For real.
And I don't like the way they're showing Chelsea on Raw, though. You know, you've seen her GCW matches and how actual hardcore she can get, and then you watch what she just did tonight. It's like, ugh.
She's a Karen.
Oh, absolutely. And wow, JoJo, finally like Dominic. Let's celebrate. I like Dominic. He's something special in the future.
He's a legend, man.
Absolutely.
Latino.
No, heat.
Latino heat.
One of my favorite verses in that song is, oh, picking up the honey is a sweet. Slam him on the mat, then and like the way he pauses and he's like, oh shit, what do I do next? I don't know why that's funny as shit to me.
My ear just popped. I don't know why.
It happens, bro. I can't explain why, but it happens. But here we go, bro. If you got that bowl. 3, 2, 1. Brr. Oh, whoops. Sorry about that. And answer to the question about the new 2 tag teams the WWE are looking to sign, it's AOP and Sanity.
Yes, my 2 favorite groups. Sanity
So,
and Cole.
Joe has something to be happy about.
Michael Cole mentioned them.
Hey, read that.
Dolph Ziggler needs to go to NXT. Will save his wrestling career. I give up on Dolph. I love the dude, but it's over.
And here's my YouTube channel. If you want to take a look at the One Shot Killers, http youtube.com at Underground Temple. All right, bro, I got you, bro. And because yeah, man, I'm definitely interested in your content, bro. Especially if you're a gamer like myself. Hell yeah. And don't think you can share links in the comments, but if you click my channel, all the episodes are on there. I got you, brother. And I believe Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn will be the tag team champions at WrestleMania 39.
Yeah.
And I have Melissa Santos announce my matches. She was the Lucha Underground ring announce, bro.
Hell yeah.
And that's pretty fucking badass. Hell yeah. And wow, Underground, I believe you will be great wrestling business owner. Absolutely, bro. Well, props to you, man. And I want to see what you got. I want to see your stories and the shit you come up with. And that's the best thing about video games, right? Like, Joe, if you ever get pissed off that something happens on TV, bro, like, just imagine, like, if you book your shows on a game, like, the way you want them to go out in real life, I'm sure your shows would be bangers. And I have to imagine your main eventers would look a lot like your Johnny Garganos, your Adam Coles, your MJFs, the guys who can actually get in there and wrestle.
And Bray Wyatt. I like characters.
True, Bray Wyatt, man, I just don't want to ever see the Cinnamon Toast Crunch match.
Yeah, honestly, I hope that doesn't happen, but we've seen a Mountain Dew, so I wouldn't be shocked. I'm not going to be shocked.
You know, if the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match had just been like a last man standing match, but, you know, maybe like the ring announcers have, or the commentators have Mountain Dew, sure, like you can advertise it and it'd be cool. But no, the way they did it just went too far.
Yeah, it was horrible, man.
And like, bro, I never want to see that match again.
I'll never watch it again.
And I can't lie to you, brother. That really hurt Bray Wyatt for me mentally. And same with LA Knight.
Yeah.
And see, Vampiro watches my series and told me on an email if Lucha Underground was still around, he would contact me to be the booker, which meant a lot to me.
That's awesome.
That's badass. And for y'all who don't know Vampiro, I think he was on WCW at one point. And like, just to hear, man, like that somebody believed in you like that, like that's incredible, man.
For
and you earned that. You really earned that. That's something to be proud of. And see, Austin, and then awesome. I will follow. Hell yeah. Go ahead and support Underground Temple, bro. And because honestly, That's just special. You've been doing this for 10 years, and to hear from a guy who's been in the business as long as Vampiro say you deserve a spot here tells you something. Tells you
One,
something. And AJ Styles versus Walter will be special, or Karrion Kross versus Solo Sikoa.
I'll take either of those matches.
Oh, bro, I would say, I gotta admit, I'd be more into AJ versus Walter.
Me too.
And see,
Oh,
what in the cinnamon toast crunch? What in the cinnamon toast crunch match is this match? Oh, bro.
oh,
So it's a rumor right now. Apparently, the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match did such great numbers that Cinnamon Toast Crunch want WWE to do the same kind of thing and have Bray Wyatt be the centerfold of said match.
this is horrible. I really hope if this happens, his career is dead.
So just imagine this, right? The wrestling ring looking like a bowl of cereal.
Oh my gosh, I don't want to imagine it.
Hold on. And you know how at WrestleMania 33 they had the holograms on the ring? The mat becomes Cinnamon Toast Crunch and they're wrestling on top of the cereal.
Please don't be listening. Don't listen to him, please, because if this happens, Vince, I swear.
And then you hear Vince somewhere. He's like, "Oh, yeah,
Gosh,
yeah,
no thank you.
yeah. Well, that's that good shit, pal."
Oh my gosh.
And El Generico is our biggest baby face in the temple and is our underdog from the underground. You know what I did there. Yes,
Sammy,
sir.
Sammy.
Sammy. Ole, ole. And I just followed my brother at Underground.
Hell yeah.
Hey, shout out to Jordan. You're a real one, bro. And Karrion Kross versus Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania 39. I would dig that. I really
But
would.
they're both kind of being used bad in a way.
True, but it would still be fun to see. And
Yeah.
Uppercut pay-per-vieiews matches next Sunday. Bray Wyatt versus Cameron Grimes versus John Moxley. Moxley won the Casino Battle Royal to get this opportunity at Triple Mania. So, Bray Wyatt versus Cameron Grimes versus John Moxley, bro.
I would take that. I want to see that.
Who would you pick to go over?
Bray.
Oh, bro. I feel like Cameron Grimes might be the underdog in this match. But Cameron Grimes, bro, he's good. I gotta admit that he's smart when it comes to planning shit. So I'd have to go Cameron Grimes.
It's for the Underground World Heavyweight title. Yeah, Bray Wyatt needs it.
I mean, I agree, and I can see why. I'm still gonna go Cameron Grimes, bro.
Cameron Grimes.
Cameron Grimes. And let's see. Gave Bray Wyatt the mill. How do you say that?
Mertes.
I don't even know how to pronounce that, so I'm going to skip it. And Moxley, that Marty the Moth Martinez gimmick. Hell yeah. And shit.
What?
That would actually be pretty fucking cool. And Opera Cut pay-per-view matches, Mega World title, MJF versus Kevin Steen. Steen cashes in.
Oh, shit, man. I would love that.
That would be some good shit. Wow. And wow, John Moxley versus Bray Wyatt. I know they fought before, but nowadays that would be crazy on the ground. Absolutely.
For real, man. For real.
And shit. Yes, sir. We're coming up actually on an hour and 9 minutes. I just want to tell everybody, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys. Seriously, 601 subscribers. We appreciate the hell out of you. And make sure you go check out Underground Temple. And make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe to him. Share his videos, share our videos. Let's get this going. You know what I mean? I want to see more love in this community. Everybody help each other. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. 100.
And here we go. 3, 2, 1. Too sweet.
Make sure you guys check us out tomorrow for Elimination Chamber 2010 and Dynamite preview. So check us out.
And with that said, goodbye and good night. Bang.